Alright, YouTube, welcome back to Politically Black. Again, I am your host, Andrew, Drew. Feel free to call me whatever. Um, Nothing seriously furious. Actually, we'll get to that part. This might be a longer one. I'm kind of seriously furious and furiously serious, but more about what's going on in the world of comics. Unfortunately, comics probably dead after this. I loved comics. I really did. I didn't have a dad. And so a lot of male role models that were positive for me came from comics. It's why I'm not in jail right now. It's why I've never committed a crime. Always had Ben Parker saying, hey, with great power comes great responsibility. Do what you've got to survive, but don't hurt others. Like, that shit's here. That shit's here. That shit's home. Like, that shit is just, I can't even stand a bad Spider-Man movie because of how, if the Spider-Man movie's bad, the Ben Parker is bad. I can't stand bad Bens. Seriously furious. But, this hurts me, like, a lot. Comics were a huge defining part of my life, my youth. I grew up with comics, and unfortunately, due to Diamond Distributors, they've sort of ruined that feeling of, wow, I get to open this new piece of plastic, rip out these new pages, and nobody's touched them, got that new page smell, read it and put it back. That all joy is all ruined for me now. The joy of reading it, collecting it, putting it up on a shelf, looking at it, wanting to read it again, maybe reading it again, that's all gone for me now. Comic shops are closed, they're non-essential. They won't recover. DC tried. I love DC, I gotta say, at least with the comics, you guys have been killing it these last few years. Big shout out to the help that you guys provided to those comic shops. It wasn't much, but it was better than what Marvel did. What Marvel did hurt me as a fan, as someone who cares about the comic shop, someone who knows 3 or 4 comic shop owners personally, as someone who cares about the industry and comics and would have wanted to make comics eventually, until all these SJW authors and artists got involved. I would never want to politicize Batman. That's not what he's for. He's an apolitical figure. But at the same time, I guess I'm not like those people. I wouldn't write those stories. And look at what Marvel did. They made fun of the audience they had left. I haven't been a Marvel comic fan since I was fucking a boy. The only things I read from Marvel now are the Infinity series, and I read them all digital. I'm reading that Infinity series straight on the digital, and digital's gonna be what it is now. I'll never get to experience that feeling I got as a kid where I got that new comic smell, that new comic touch, like that new comic look, like when you open a new comic, oh, that excitement. I'll never get that again out of my life. I'm gonna have to order comics off of eBay to get that feeling. And those are gonna be expensive when the comic industry stopped, when it's all pencils down. Marvel didn't do shit. At least DC tried to help out. It was only like $130 to each comic shop, but at least they tried. At least they made an effort. Marvel, where you at? What's up with that snowflake and safe space bullshit? I mean, like, you offended the 2 groups of people that you had left, the people who needed safe space and the people who were snowflakes. You offended the last of them. So now who do you have, Marvel? You don't even have the fans, Marvel. DC has the fans now. Because they tried. DC made an effort. Fuck you, Jim Lee. Fuck you. And for what you did to your father, Stan. The greatest comic creator ever. Next to Jack Kirby. But both of them are in heaven. RIP. I love you guys. You guys really were my inspiration and why I wanted to get into comics. And now that y'all gone, I see it will never be the same as it was what I wanted to get into when I was a kid. I wanted to be a comic book writer so that way when I'm on Twitter and I'm sharing panels of my new comic coming out without the text bubbles, just like, guys, look at what I've been drawing. Look at what I've been drawing. I wanted to have that. Look at how these fools talk to their fucking fans on Twitter. Look at them. Disgusting. Disgusting, all of them. The fucking writers. Marvel and DC can't even pull off an Amalgam story where they fucking bring their universes together again to save the comic industry. It won't matter. It won't. It's dead. Comics were killed. And I'm seriously furious about that. Thanks, Marvel. Oh, thanks, Marvel, every big Hollywood actor who got their role and their name from a role from Marvel. Thanks to every big actor who got their name from DC Comics, who got their name in a fucking movie in DC. Thanks. You know who probably, and I don't even want to talk bad on him because I'm not talking bad on him because I love Ryan Reynolds. I bet you Ryan Reynolds is trying to figure out some way to help the comic shops right now. I bet you. Because that fool likes comics. That fool valued Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool in a movie. But that's Ryan Reynolds. That's one celebrity out of 300. It ain't gonna change shit. Unless he donates maybe $1 million and then breaks it up between each card shop so they can or each comic shop so they can each have 500. Don't even talk to me about the card shops. They gone. They won't survive this. They're too specialized. But other than that, y'all, this has been Drew. I'm seriously furious. I'm signing out. I'm gonna miss comics, y'all. I don't even know what to say about it. I feel that bad about it. I'm gonna miss comics, y'all. I'm gonna miss reading new comics, like, just fresh off that printer. Leave me a like, a comment, a subscribe. I gotta stop rambling or I'm gonna bring myself to tears. But yeah, that was a huge chunk of my life that's just gone now. Like, it's still here, but in a totally different sense. I love reading those Infinity comics on digital because they're cheaper. But like, I would love to own a set of all of the Infinity comics too. But now I'm doubting that's ever gonna happen. So, comic industry let down by the situation, by the people that were involved, by the people who fucking made this situation. I mean, big letdown. Other than that, leave a like, a comment, a subscribe. Tell me about your favorite comic book hero in the description, in the comments. It's got me all rattled, see? Other than that, catch y'all later. Talk to y'all later. Peace out and have a good day.